So I've talked about this before in this channel on a live stream, but I haven't really done like a dedicated video on this because, you know, it was just something casual we brought up on the live stream one time, you know, about Jaystation's videos and the direction of his recent content. I mean, this guy's no stranger to controversy. Don't get me wrong here. I mean, nothing you're about to witness in this video is going to be a surprise to you if you're familiar with Jaystation's background. I mean, this is the same guy that every time a YouTuber or a celebrity dies, he will milk that death for content, and he does not care if he gets called out for it, even by Keemstar or Drumlord or whatever. It doesn't matter to him. Like, you know, when XXXTentacion died, or even more recently when Etika died, he milked that shit for skits on his YouTube channel, and he did not give a fuck. It's completely, like, immoral content, but he doesn't care. I mean, nothing you're gonna say is gonna stop this guy. So if you know anything about his background, you know that this is nothing, like, out of the ordinary for him, but that doesn't take away that it's funny. Now, again, I did talk about this, like, a month ago or something on a live stream, but I've seen recent people that I follow on Twitter, people like Twoon, Lieutenant Cobra, they're kind of talking about Jaystation's recent content, and it had me thinking, maybe I should do just a dedicated solo video on this, because, my god, this stuff is funny as hell. Let's switch scenes here. So we're on Jaystation's channel right now, 5 million subscribers on YouTube. Now, something that's important to notice is that he's not verified on YouTube. And I wonder if that has anything to do with the type of content that he's making. You know, if he was verified and he's, you know, one of YouTube's top creators, you know, they got the little check mark and they're making content like, you know, buying children and buying, you know, slaves off the dark web. You know, if that's what's going on, YouTube might be quick to kind of ban this guy. But because he's not verified, he might be able to slip under the radar. Or at least that's what I think. I don't know. But I just love the type of content he's willing to post on his 5 million sub channel. I mean, he is willing to do anything to stir up clicks and controversy. Let's see. So we bought a police officer off the dark web, summoning my girlfriend's dead dog at 3 a.m. We bought a witch off the dark web. We bought a ghost off the dark web. You might be seeing a recurring theme here. This guy, once there's a trend that's, you know, popular or that sticks, he will stick to it like glue. He will milk that shit for days, for weeks, for months, really, if you think about it. What's strange about this content is that the themes of the content, they're very, you know, more mature, I guess. They're more, you know, M-rated. But when you watch the videos, they're very clearly marketed for kids and how they're edited, how they're produced. You know, the plot lines are not that, you know... I struggle to call them plot lines at all, you know, like the structure to his videos is so like very poor and haphazard because they're making it for kids, and you know, kids will eat any poor quality show up. I mean, they don't need like a stunning production with expert level storyline writing. I mean, that just doesn't enter the equation. The content is very cheap, very low effort, very, you know, minimal, you know, it's very basic stuff. But the themes are very mature, which is kind of funny, right? Because the YouTube algorithm, or at least the monetization system, if you make a video that's very friendly, very, you know, family-friendly, very safe content, and that gets 1 million views, and then you make a video that's very edgy, and that also gets 1 million views, the family-friendly video is going to make significantly more money than the edgy video, because the ads that play in the family-friendly video are going to be more valuable, whereas the ads on the edgy video, assuming it gets monetized in the first place, will not be, you know, they won't pay as well. The CPMs will not be the same. It'll be much lower. So it's kind of interesting, you know, this guy's approach to YouTube, right? Because you'd think he'd be making super safe content to minimize the amount of income, but I think this guy thrives more off the controversy of his content rather than the money he's making from it, although I'm sure he makes good money from it too, just not as much as he could be making. Anyway, enough babble. Let's get into one of these. This is my personal favorite. We bought a slave off the dark web. We are going in for a good one right at the start. Oh boy.
I said I don't want to be seen! Whoa! I just want to be seen! Jimmy, take it off!
What's up, guys? I've ordered everything
There's just so much going on. I can't keep up with this.
possible from the dark web, guys. We've ordered a child from the dark web. Even
Jesus, what the hell? What is wrong with this guy?
my girlfriend came from the dark web, guys. But during all of these dark web videos, I've noticed that there's actually been slaves for sale on the dark.
I love how, like, he's able to show this and make a little skit out of this for children on his 5 million sub channel, and YouTube is just like, hell yeah, we're down. And I was saying they should, you know, terminate this guy, but YouTube's terminated people for much less than this, and this guy's just making this type of content, and nobody's even paying attention to this outside of, like, commentary YouTubers. It's absolutely amazing. I applaud it in a way, right? Like, gee, I mean, it's better than, you know, milking celebrities' death for views at the very least. So you could say it's not the most harmful content he's ever made. But that being said, this is some pretty out there stuff.
Web guys, actual slaves that people can buy to do everything for them, guys. Obviously, I do not support slavery
Why do you have to clarify that?
at all.
I mean, it's obvious that this is a skit, but then again, he's making this for children, and he doesn't want an article to come out from the mainstream media saying this YouTuber is practicing slavery or condoning slavery in his videos or some weird shit like that.
Well, guys, so tonight we are going to buy one of these slaves and set him free, guys. Let's smash the like button right now.
Smash the like button, boys. We're about to set this slave free. You know, he's doing good work. Actually, I take back everything I said. This is good content for children. This is exactly what they need to hear. You know, this diminishes, you know, years of or generations of racial discrimination. You know, he's basically like teaching kids how to become like the next Harriet Tubman over here. He's doing God's work. Let's see if he hit the like goal. Oh, 30,000. Even though this video got 800,000 views, he just slightly missed the like goal right there. That's a shame. Well, you know what? Depending on how this video sways, I mean, we're only 40 seconds into a 20-minute video, and we all know I'm not watching the whole thing, and especially in this video. But, you know, I'll watch a little bit more, and I'll make my vote at the end if this video is warranting of my like.
Now, let's hit 40,000 likes. This is gonna be crazy, guys. Normally, they take slaves and do horrible things to them, guys. That's why tonight we are
You don't say!
saving one of their lives, guys. This is not cheap. They all go for $10,000 each. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button right now. We got more bangers coming all month, Jaystation. Bangers only. But these slaves are
Bangers only. This guy is like Mr. Beast on a whole new level. You know, Mr. Beast is out there like buying tanks and stuff, blowing shit up, you know, giving people millions of dollars. This guy is literally freeing slaves from the black market. Totally real slaves, by the way.
from the dark web, guys, so we do not know if this is safe. So I got my boy Almond Mo TV with me. What's poppin', bro?
What's good, Jaystation? This is gonna be.
Now I hear this guy is apparently he's got some interesting stuff on his channel as well. I haven't taken a look at it yet, but who knows? Depending on the success rate of this video, I might have to take a look at this guy next for a little bit of a part 2. But anyway, let's go ahead and fast forward through the video. You know, this is very introductory stuff. I want to get right deep into it. So let's, you know, fast forward to, oh, I'm looking at the timeline. Let's just go to 3:30 and see where we are.
Says he has little to no memory of his previous life or family. Will
So they're looking at slaves on the dark web.
work in extreme heat and low temperature without problems. And it also says, please know.
I love the reading voice. Everybody screams in these videos. Like there's no like normal voice or something. It's because kids are watching, and if you're not screaming and acting like a retard, then everybody, all the kids are gonna click off. You know, that's just what you gotta do.
Due to frequent complaining, we have sewed slave 522 mouth shut. This slave cannot talk. What the frick? That means they sewed his mouth shut so he can't even eat or like talk.
Yeah, how does he eat, guys? I definitely don't want a slave that can't talk.
I think we should honestly
Whoa, Jesus.
with slave 397.
Well, wait, we haven't even read the description. Slave 397 says, these slaves are brother and sister taken from their parents at birth. They normally come as a package deal, but the female has been taken to the torture room due to...
Why? How is this allowed? YouTube's just, you know, this is just sitting here normally, and nobody's like, even the dislike ratio isn't that large in comparison to the likes. It's not like he's getting, like, canceled for any of this stuff. I mean, you look at all the dumb reasons social media people get canceled for these days, you know, for making an edgy joke when they were a kid or whatever. But then you look at this guy, you know, he's doing everything to get canceled, and it's not, like, he's not getting it's not working. And again, I'm not saying that I want this guy to get canceled or whatever. I don't really care, man. I look at life, you know, for the memes or something, you know. I'm just here for the jokes, for the goofs, for the gaffes, the whatevers. Let's go to another interesting part of the video. All right, so this is the part of the video where the slave himself shows up.
For this.
Bro, that's definitely him.
What if he tries to hurt us? You think that's him?
Check. Is it him?
Oh my god!
Is it?
He's wearing a freaking mask, dude!
What do you mean a
wearing-
mask?
Look at this! What the frick, guys? Look at this! He's wearing a freaking mask out there!
You can't even see shit. Like nothing's showing up. All right, let's show the slave.
Oh! Guys, what
Now notice this right here. Okay, this guy's, you know, in the slave mask. He got the bloody hood or whatever. They got a black actor for the slave. Now, I don't know, man. Like, that's a little out there. That's a little edgy, right? Like, I mean, it's realistic, I guess. You know, points for at least staying authentic. This man does not care about no cancel culture. He doesn't care about the Twitter mob. He does what he wants. But I mean, I just gotta point out, like, that's pretty out there. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a little interesting.
Why is he? What is that? Is that a lint roller?
He's cleaning me, guys! What the frick? Oh my god! Oh my god, guys! He's cleaning me! He's like delinting my clothes!
What even is this content?
Yeah, I think we should get him to clean the entire house and maybe make us something to eat.
That's a good idea, bro. We might as well get our money's worth. He was expensive.
Yeah, exactly. $10,000. Well, that's really expensive. And then we'll set him free.
Okay.
Might as well get our money's worth because he was expensive. So the premise is that they buy the slave to free him. You know, it's a noble cause. And then they're like, yeah, you know what? Let's make him our little slave, and then we'll set him free. You know, he's expensive. Let's apply slave labor in a video, a skit made for kids. Let's get a black slave off the dark web and show these little kiddies how to use them. That is some A+ content right there. Now, I'm not interested in getting this guy deplatformed. I'm not interested in starting a Twitter mob. I'm not interested in causing any of that or whatever. I don't really care at the end of the day. I mean, he's doing skits or whatever. They're targeted for kids, and they got some pretty edgy content, so you can be like the moral arbiter if you can decide for yourself if you have an issue with this content. Me personally, I just look at it as this is some pretty crazy stuff, and it's pretty funny, so I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna get what I can out of it, and we'll see how long it lasts on YouTube. You know, 2020 is a very scary time with, you know, censorship and YouTube trying to take down, you know, more edgier content. Is stuff like this gonna last? How is COPA gonna affect stuff like this? I don't know. But needless to say, I just want to share some funny stuff with you guys on this video today. So, hey, like if you enjoyed this video. We're gonna be live in about... Actually, when will we be live? Excuse me. We'll be live in about 3 hours, so check back, more like 2 hours when this video goes out. So check back on this channel, sub, turn them notifications on so you know when we're live, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.